Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and I just heard All Eyes on Me, Bo Burnham. Killer performance, man. Really great production, really great storytelling in the middle. One of the things I was talking about was the way that he phrases his, like when the part where he was talking of the song, like he was telling the story. I actually compared it to how the way he phrased his words, the way he phrased his, storytelling is so similar to how a guitarist, a professional, a really good guitarist or saxophonist or trumpet player, soloist in general, would phrase notes. They don't just shred these crazy notes. They phrase. They do a fast lick here. They do a slow riff here. They do a couple things here, then they pause. Then they do another thing, pause. It's not this constant like hydrant of notes. It's and phrases. It's this feeling. It's emotion. It's a conversation. And I thought that was so fascinating how he did that in All Eyes on Me, and really kind of had a conversation, even though it was just talking to a camera. Really well done. So today we're checking out Welcome to the Internet. So I don't know if there's an order to these, and if I'm watching them out of order, that stinks, but there's nothing I can do about that. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you want to check out my music, it's Jacob Restituto wherever you listen. Appreciate all the support. Please consider subscribing. The people that subscribe on these videos, it shows me that you want to see more of this style content. So if you want to see more, consider subscribing. Let's see what we got.
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you'd be the first. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need to panic. This isn't a test. Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest. Welcome to the internet. What would you...
Again, are you guys familiar with AJR? I kind of have some AJR vibes in this. So we have this bunt 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and kind of vibe going on the E-piano. You can hear that has this classic E-piano sound. Panned slightly because as most pianos and E-pianos are, the higher frequencies are in the right ear. The lower, as you go to the left, the lower frequencies go to the left ear. Or as you go down, the lower frequencies go to the left ear. So if you were to play the highest note and the lowest note, it'd be in two different ears kind of thing. And you can hear it as he goes bump, 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 bump. But you can hear it's left and right and left and right and left and right. Cool vocal production. It sounds great. Very good, like cheeky style rhymes. But he's good at storytelling, man. Really good at storytelling. Without it being too corny of rhymes. Because like perfect rhymes get really, really childlike very easily as a songwriter. So it's finding the balance between like these cheeky good rhymes and corny childish rhymes is a hard balance, and he's doing a good job at it.
We'll do the rest. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah,
what
right
would
here
you
totally
prefer?
sounds like
would you like
AJR.
to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We got a million different ways to engage.
It's really pretty thought-provoking. It's like the internet has something for everybody, and it's actually... That's one of the things that people, where they were recommending the music and also the special on Netflix, is they were saying it's really interesting, but it's really thought-provoking also. So it's true, man. It's fascinating.
A racial slur. Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We got a million different ways to engage.
Yeah, come on,
welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters in Harry Potter fucking each other. Welcome to the internet. Hold on to your socks, cause a random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't act surprised, you know you like it, you whore. See a man beheaded, get offended, see a shrink. Show us pictures of your children, tell us every thought you think. Start a rumor, buy a broomer, send a death threat to a boomer, or DM a girl and groomer, do a zoomer, find a tumor in your here's a healthy breakfast.
It's so the production on this is really interesting because notice as it's getting faster and faster and faster, the tempo is increasing, which creates this tension. Like you're trying to keep up your brain wise. He's speeding up, so like you're trying to keep up with his words. It's creating this like anxious like tension, which is really interesting to see how the content that he's talking about is matching the music that he's talking about. So the music, the production is matching the actual content. It's true, man. It is It's true. It's really interesting to see. You could do the greatest things and you could do the worst things on the internet. Like you can help a ton of people, you can hurt a ton of people, and it's fascinating to see how people choose, and people choose to help or hurt, and it's interesting. It's the best of it's you know what's that classic phrase? It's the best of times, it's the worst of times. It's the same concept. It's the best invention and the worst invention ever.
Best option, you should kill your mom. Here's why women never fuck you. Here's how you can build a bomb. Which Power Ranger are you? Take this quirky quiz. Obama sent the immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Could I interest you in everything, all of the time? A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime.
Interesting choices on some of those sounds though, like the whistle sound. We heard another like boing sound earlier when the drums came when the horns came in.
All of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time. Could I interest you in everything?
Information overload.
A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time.
So I think it's important, really quick, apathy definition. I think it's really important to talk about this. Lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. So that's what he's saying. Like apathy, a lack of interest, a lack of concern, a lack of being, engaged is a crime on the internet. Like, no, they want you engaged all the time. And it's interesting to see the effects of social media. I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary. I think it was on Netflix, The Social Dilemma. How the internet is created to keep you on and just keep you scrolling, whether it be usually negative stuff, but some like good stuff or negative stuff. But negative stuff is often more compelling than good stuff. And the psychological effects of that. And it's learning to balance that. And it's so fascinating. And as a content creator myself, when I watched the social dilemma, I was like, shoot, man, like they talk about social media like a drug, and I'm like, does that make me a drug dealer? And I was like, if I'm putting out all this content for people to watch, like, am I adding to the problem? And it was a really interesting moment that I had to talk to myself about, and I was like figure it out. I was like, what am I doing? And I decided, what? There's people are gonna watch content regardless. I choose and I want to put good stuff out there that people can, wholesome content where people can enjoy and find some sort of like enjoyment or escapism for a little bit. We all need some sort of like entertainment, and I figured, what, there's stuff out there already. I want to put the good stuff out there too. So give people an option. That's how I decided on it. That piano sounds fantastic. Oh, this is cool. So kind of going back to how he did the other one, which was titled what was it? All Eyes on Me. The song, intro talking, the song. That's cool.
It wasn't always like this. Not very long ago.
Oh, maybe not.
Just before your time. Right before the towers fell, circa 99. This was catalogs, travel blogs, a chat room or two. We set our sights and spent our nights waiting for you.
It is really interesting to see. Okay, this is a really cool thing to talk about. And I want to actually give a reference to Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's similar to Bo Burnham here. It is so hard to talk about real life events, historical things that happen in life, put it into song. Because what you have to do as a songwriter is you have to talk about like true events that people all know about, real things, and then you have to rhyme them in a way that makes sense. And it's like, it's phrasing them and putting them where, as opposed to, like, for example, if I write a love song but my wife, right, and it's not necessarily 100% going to be accurate. Like if I chose to do that, because people don't know if when I went to go visit her at college it was 197 miles or if it was 220 or if it was 30 miles. I could flub that up and be like, oh, because say the phrasing fits for 30 miles. I say, when I used to travel 30 miles to go get to you and see you on the weekend. Like, that could work, as opposed to maybe it was actually 106 miles, but that doesn't fit. But when you're talking about, like, say, Hamilton, right, in an actual event, or the internet with actual events, like actual timelines, actual events that happen, people know, oh, actually, like, say, Aaron Burr you say that doesn't rhyme. Well, Aaron Burr's the guy that shot Hamilton, so regardless of whether or not it works or it doesn't work or it doesn't phrase right, it still has to fit because that's the actual event, and you can't flub that up. Similar concept here. It's like being able to write these real events and these thought-provoking events in a really well done, thought out way is actually more harder than the average person thinks. Like I think it's harder than writing just a normal song because there's truth to it. So it's like, how do you write like real truth without like elaborating too? You know, it's well done. Keeping accuracy.
Mommy let you use her iPad. You were barely 2, and it did all the things we designed it to do. Now look at you. Oh. Look at you.
Look at like his facial expressions, the way he draws you in is really well done as a creator. But even if he's not even playing he's playing the camera, it's really well done.
Look at you, unstoppable, watchable. Your time is now. Your insides out, honey. How you grew, and if we stick together, who knows what we'll do? It was always the plan to put the world in your hand.
These chords are so well done, fit so well with this.
Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Could I interest you in everything all of the time?
Getting faster and faster
bit
again.
of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything and anything and everything and anything and everything and all of the time.
You see the layered harmonies at the end? It's crazy what he did here, man. Really, really, really interesting conversation that he's talking about. Really thought-provoking, man. It's true. People are right when they said that this was a very thought-provoking series or special on Netflix. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out the rest of the stuff on the channel, please consider subscribing. The more people that subscribe on these videos, it shows what people want to see more of. So if you want to see more of this content, let me know by subscribing. And want to check out my music, I'd appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. God bless him.